Hi Cancers, welcome to Modern Maven Tarot. Whenever this tarot reading shows up on your timeline, this message is for you. Thank you so much for joining me. This message is for any Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, but also if you have Cancer in a particular house or planet that you need clarity on, then this message is also for you. And thank you so much to my subscribers. If this reading does resonate, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the like button, and also comment if it resonates, because that really does help the algorithm. So the message that came out while I was clearing your cards was related to Pluto's transformation of you, stepping into power, right? Stepping into some personal power. However, the big message was, instead of looking outward for encouragement, how do you want to feel encouraged? Ask that of yourself, okay? There was this very strong message about tuning into yourself and not allowing that energy to be dispersed into other people's control, if you will, in a sense of the only validation you need right now is your inward validation. But there is also this message, and why you probably are wanting that outside validation is because there is a big transformation happening for you right now. Okay, so do see the energy that Pluto has going on for you. What house is Pluto? What sign rules Pluto? Because there's something to a new identity that we've stepped into. Remember, both of those Capricorn full moons that we had in June and July were about shedding some identity, okay, and stepping into a new chapter of our lives. And with that, we shed old habits, old routines, old beliefs. And so something that you've held on to strongly, perhaps, in the past, it might not have the power that it did before, okay? And this is interesting because seeing the Page of Swords here with the Ace of Coins, this is telling me that this has to do with how you speak your truth, okay? And part of stepping into our power, water signs, especially Cancers, if you bottle it up, if you bottle that water up, if you know, the dam's gonna break, okay? If you don't release it in slow increments. And so I think a big part of what is opening up here for you with these opportunities is the manner in which we speak our truth and having a new understanding from this place of empowerment by letting go of old routines or beliefs that are preventing us from seeing ourselves outside of other people's perception of ourselves, okay? Very important message, because this is what I want you to focus on. Venus and Virgo, all right? Have like the discipline and structure when it comes to love, finances, and all that stuff. It could be too, like Venus and Virgo, a strong Virgo energy around you, but I just want you to focus on the things that feel good, okay? And then if things don't vibe with you, it's just time to ask yourself why, because there is some sort of attachment, some sort of a release. And after the 10 comes a 1 and, or an ace, but this is also a Saturn lesson, okay? So remember, the blocks, the fears, the limitations related to something you're passionate about, related to that passion and your power, it's coming to fruition, and it's strongly attached to something that you've always dreamed about, all right? So don't lose sight of your dream is really a big, strong message. And asserting yourself with integrity is going to take you somewhere completely new. It takes some spontaneity. It takes a risk, okay? Uranus, rebellion, risk. Also, where is Uranus in your chart? We have a lot of strong Uranus energy at the time that I'm recording this. And so there is another strong message, especially related to this, is your dreams. You're going to have a lot of expansion when it comes to wherever Jupiter is in your chart, but then you're also going to feel a polarization of restriction in some other area, okay? So be mindful of that. Pam Gregory has an amazing video about the expansion and restriction that we're going to be feeling throughout the rest of the year, and it's simply about how we navigate that, okay? All right, so let's see what we got going on for Cancers this week. A lot to be excited about though, Cancers, okay? And so like I said, if you're feeling restricted by a block from any type of routine, identity, belief, that's where the shedding is coming, okay? And the restriction, remember, the restriction's there just to simply ask yourself, yeah, you're feeling this restriction. I feel like specifically too with your beliefs, okay? And not only your beliefs, but with how your beliefs align with your dreams. Okay, so let's see what we got going on. Well, hello, King of Cups. All about your dreams, okay. This is amazing. All right. So I think that this limitation, like I said, now I'm getting an understanding of why that message of how would you encourage yourself is so important at this time. So the overall energy for this week is the King of Cups. Now the King of Cups is Libra and Scorpio, but the big message of the King of Cups is, you make sure that you nurture your cup. There's this idea of you would disperse your energy. You're a nurturing sign. And that means that you're going to fill everybody else's cup before you fill your own cup. And now this is a week where we need to make sure that our cup is what's most important, okay? You have to have your energetic cup filled before you can give to other people, all right? Another message of this, though, too, is that there's also somebody who's strong and dependable, emotionally strong and dependable in your life. This could be a week where you really lean on them because of all of this squared energy that is happening at the time that I am doing this reading. But another message too, pay attention to your dreams, nurture your dreams, okay? I want you to be in the driver's seat of your dreams and the direction of your future. So another thing you might want to do is take a look at your North Node. Is your path that you're on now aligned with your North Node? And what house is your North Node in? All of these things are things to contemplate this week. But the main thing I really want you to focus on again is nurturing your dreams. Spend time in that dreamy, watery energy, while also balancing the responsibilities that, like day-to-day responsibilities that you have. It's about balancing it. But the one thing too I saw on TikTok, and I've been saying this message a lot, August is drama, okay? There's so much drama. You're going to feel it in your personal life. You're going to feel it in your community. You're going to feel it in the collective. And the one thing I want to say is tune out as much as you can, okay? Like that's the thing is like this drama is trying to get your attention. It's trying to distract you from staying grounded. It's trying to distract you from focusing on your dreams, okay? And so this is the week where you focus on where you're heading and don't let the distractions sway you in your decision making. Another thing I told Pisces for their weekly, or not their weekly, I think their monthly for August, was do not let the first thing and the last thing you see when you wake up and when you go to bed be social media. Do not let that be the last thing that you consume, that you energetically consume before you go to bed. Huge message, okay, for everybody, but specifically water signs, because we will absorb that and then we are going to let it marinate, if you will. And so that's not the energy we want. So please be mindful before you go to bed. Don't scroll on your phone, put it down and go to sleep. If you're going to scroll, make sure you give yourself an hour or two before bed, to allow yourself to like energetically remove yourself from what you've seen, okay? And it's that idea too of making sure that you're an observer and not necessarily a participant in the drama, because this drama it's a lot. And so the more, again, like it's being consciously aware without giving in to the toxic narrative of like, we can't break this, like there's just something here where I just really want you to maintain this emotional maturity, if you will. That's because this is another sign too of emotional maturity, that you just maintain that groundedness, okay? And like I said, if you need to lean on somebody else who is this nurturing, dependable energy, then by all means do. Now, this is fascinating because the Seven of Cups here, this is what I was saying, is like, there's a lot of limitations going on in your head because this is in the area of what the universe is gifting you and what you need more of. And so you need to see that you are putting limitations on what you believe is possible. Do not limit yourself to what you believe is possible. Do not limit yourself to saying, I can only get this, okay? Because it's like, yes, focus on this one. You want to focus on one cup right now? Absolutely. But you need to recognize that by focusing on that one cup, all of these other cups are opening up to you. Okay? And it takes what energy how are you focusing your energy? Because if you're going to focus in the drama, if you're going to focus on the negativity, you're going to get this type of cup. If you focus on, nurturing what you believe is your vision, is your future, then you'll get the more abundant cups. Okay? And so this is about you in the driver's seat, right? Holding this cup, and then this cup unlocks all these other cups. Now, what you need less of and what you can give to everyone in the collective, Nine of Swords. Now, Nine of Swords is Mars and Gemini. And so you need less of this worrying, this doubting, this fear, this questioning. Whatever this situation or person this is attached to, like this is where the best thing you can do is stop fearing the unknown. The best thing you can do is stop trying to replay something and seeing how it could have gone differently, or seeing in the future all of then this is the problem. Like, so this is the other side of this Mars and Gemini. So we are in Mars and Gemini right now, right? And Mars and Gemini allows us to see a problem from every angle to find a solution. However, that can cause analysis paralysis. And that's what this Nine of Swords is. Overthinking, worrying, doubting. And so here's where, even if it's something in the future, like something that we're working on or something that we're planning, we're seeing, instead of like all of the solutions in the positive, we're seeing all of the solutions and what could go wrong. When you switch that into all of the positive ways like that this can go, that's what you need to gift right now, because it's like all of those possibilities of Mars and Gemini, seeing the problem from all these different areas, seeing the abundant cups, okay, not the negative cups. Like, that's a huge message for you, Cancers. Okay, let's clarify the King of Cups for Cancers this week. Why is the King of Cups here for Cancers this week? All right. Wow. Okay. Eight of Swords in reverse, Knight of Swords. All right. So Eight of Swords is Jupiter and Gemini. We also have Jupiter and Gemini. So think about that too. All this expansion with communication. Seeing how it was flipped here reverse with this Knight of Swords, you really want to be grounded this week. Okay. Like I said, there's a lot triggering. We also have Chiron and Aries retrograde. The wounded healer is coming in to clear those wounds, to clean those wounds. And the Knight of Swords can be a very impulsive energy when it comes to speaking your truth, for standing up for what you want. Now, the Eight of Swords in reverse, though, is actually kind of promising here, because this in the upright is this idea of limiting yourself. You can't unstick yourself. The problem is outside of your control, okay? But seeing it in reverse with this Knight of Swords, what I'm getting is you have that emotional groundedness to stand in your truth and to speak your truth in a way that is getting you really excited. And that's what we want, because we don't want to have these blocks, these fears, these doubts, and thinking of limitations, right? And so that's where I think, like, as far as this, like, you really are getting the message, Cancers. Like, you really are seeing how important that shift in your perception, and why, again, I think that we saw all of that energy while I was clearing your cards related to discarding an old belief or routine, something attached to your old identity. This is big, okay? I hope you understand how big this is, all right? And also, too, it could be, reaction to a Knight of Swords energy in your life. But the big message here I want you to understand is that this is letting you know that these perceived fears, blocks, and limitations, they are shifting, okay? You're feeling this energized energy to go after something, and strongly related to how you communicate, okay? All right, so let's clarify the Seven of Cups here. All right. Ooh. Oh, wow, that's amazing. Okay, so the Seven of Cups clarified by the Queen of Wands. And so here's again where this idea of not having limitations, right? This is where the universe is opening up to you this week. Look at all these possibilities. Look at all this amazing stuff. And it's coming from this place of empowerment. Okay, when you feel empowered, you empower others. Now, the Queen of Wands is Pisces and Aries. So it's the compassion of Pisces with the fearlessness and fire drive of an Aries. All right, it's generous, it's optimistic. And so this is, the Queen of Wands will see all of the opportunities. They're not going to see the limitations. She sees the opportunities and she goes after them. She doesn't hesitate. She goes for it with confidence. And that's what this is gifting you. You're seeing, when you come to a place of empowerment with yourself, how all of these opportunities open up to you. Okay, now, Nine of Swords. Why is the Nine of Swords here for Cancers? Okay, interesting. Page of Pentacles in reverse. And so here's where I think this is just giving you an understanding of how you're limiting yourself. Like, you're not allowing this to grow if you're thinking of all the ways it can go wrong without even putting it out there. Okay, so I'm going back to that idea of that Uranus energy, and like why you really need some Uranus energy right now, and like going after it. Yeah, see, Eight of Wands, the Sun. Hello. So I wanted to clarify, like, well, what if they can get this? What if they can get this energy, right, in check and really focus, laser focus that expansion into abundance and joy and harmony and peace and compassion. You get the Sun and the Eight of Wands, okay? Rapid movement forward. And confidence, okay? This is a card of confidence. This is Mercury and Sagittarius. And so again, it's how you're speaking things into existence that I really want you to pay attention to. The communication, a communication of optimism, of confidence, of forward movement, okay? And then it's bringing you the Sun. And this understanding of like your personal energy is so important to the message that you're sharing, okay? All right, so let's get an empowering question for Cancers, and then we're going to close this out. Cancers, thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if it does resonate with you, and share with somebody who needs to hear this message. And let's get an empowering question for Cancers. All right, what is my life like when it is in balance? And so that's going to help you when it comes to focusing on your cup, right? Focusing on that cup that is fulfilling. And when you have the structure and groundedness to nurture yourself as much as you nurture your work, your career, your family, that's where I really want you to keep a mindful eye, is what is your life like when it is in balance, and then see the vibration that comes with that, okay? So hope you enjoyed this reading, Cancers. As always, shine your inner light. You've got this. Cancers, I just had to come back on because while I was clearing the cards to start my next reading, I didn't even notice that you had this as well. What is my biggest dream, and what can I do today to move closer to that dream? I feel like this was very important, and I didn't even see it when I was getting ready to put the cards away. And so that is going to be very important when it comes to this worry, this doubt, this fear, okay? Stop thinking about what could go wrong, all the ways that this could go wrong. What is your biggest dream, and what can you do today to move closer to that dream? Focus on that, Cancers, okay?